Hello, hello.
Hi, everybody.
For all of you on Zoom, I see we're live on Zoom already. Let us know where you're tuning in from. There is a chat box. Annette knows the drill. I appreciate you, Annette. You're on everything. We love having you participate. We're gonna wrap up our custom blend series tonight.
I can't believe it's been a month already.
Oh my goodness, I know. I don't know where the time goes. I mean, I feel like a lot of us probably have more monotony in our life than we're used to, but somehow time is seemingly passing by faster and faster. So it's been interesting, but man, we had some amazing segments. Did you guys have a favorite? You're allowed to pick a favorite, or maybe just talk about, if you're in the chat here with us in Zoom, let us know what some of your favorite sessions were. We had Monday night sessions, Wednesday day sessions, all centered around custom blend with different topics, of course. So tonight we're wrapping up and really excited about September, honestly, because we have so many new products launching that we're going to be hosting a virtual booth on our Motives Monday evenings here. But Betty, I love that. I've been watching you on social media, 8 custom blends in the last 2 weeks and 3 more this week. Amazing. That makes me feel so good. So it's what we're doing is helping you, and that's the whole goal, you know? For sure. It's so cute. So my daughter, who's 10, she uses custom blend to make her own little lip glosses.
Aww.
And I actually really like this one that she made. So I'm going to put it on right now. I made her an Etsy shop, so we're kind of doing this thing together. But yeah, that's awesome, Betty. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Lily. Miss you too. You're in Florida. We really like, this is around the time we're used to seeing everyone for international conventions, so we're missing all of you guys. But okay, it's 9:02, so we'll kick it in high gear here. We are live on Zoom and Facebook, so we're ready to roll.
Yep, and you can comment on both. We'll be actually watching both of the comment section. So we'd love for you to interact as much as possible.
We're women, we can multitask, so we're gonna do it all. Usually Leigh and I are behind the scenes, and tonight I'm interviewing Leigh to talk about custom blend and sort of wrap up our series. And you know, we really just wanted to dig deep into why custom blend from multiple standpoints, right? Like why everyone needs it as a consumer, why it makes sense as a business owner, whether you own a traditional business in the beauty industry or you're someone like myself and you've always sort of operated from a home studio. So we're just, if you guys know us, you know we're sort of casual and off the cuff and we're just gonna have fun. But I think that you're gonna get a lot out of tonight. One thing that I know Leigh's excited to share is we're always doing market research, and we were talking just before we went live, Leigh, about how, you know, every woman needs custom blend. And I think because we've been consumers with it for so long, it almost seems crazy that not everybody has a custom blend cosmetic, specifically a foundation or a powder. But we'll kind of get into that. I think maybe to open, just explain sort of how you were introduced to custom blend, and your journey has evolved as has mine, and probably those of you watching, yours will evolve too over time. But you were a traditional business owner for a long time. You had a salon and you did have custom blend as a service there. But what's really cool is you've been able to sort of pivot and evolve as an industry professional and an entrepreneur. And even though you weren't in your salon any longer, you were able to offer still to your clients custom blend over the years. And now there's sort of another evolution. You've been going through, which is right now going virtual, right? So there's
Yeah.
kind of 3 touch points there.
Yeah. So I actually,
no pressure, but
yeah.
let's
I actually came across this company, like you said, when I owned my salon. My background is I'm a licensed master cosmetologist. I have been for 26 years, and I don't know if any of you own your own salon or if you are in the industry, but we were always looking for things that really set us apart from what everybody else was doing. We were always looking for unique services, unique products. I would go and get trained in everything I could because I just wanted to always keep it fresh and new for my clients. And when I came across this custom blend system, it just like, I was so excited about it. Number one, because most women have a hard time finding the right foundation, whether it's the right match for their skin, whether it's the coverage they like, the texture. I have very sensitive skin, so I can't really use a lot of makeup products out there. So I was very, very intrigued by that. And it's funny because at the time, I didn't do a lot of makeup. I did some makeup, just because we would have bridal clients coming in, but my main focus was hair. And the custom blend just really got me into the makeup side of things more. And I started taking more classes and just really learning how to service my clients on that level. I mainly was just really focusing on custom liquid and powder foundations at the time. And like honestly, the custom blend is a huge reason why I could sell my salon and semi-retire like I did, because of not only the company but the profit. And we can get into that a little bit later too. But beyond that, I still love servicing customers. I don't think that I will ever not do that, because I just love that interaction, and I love being able to provide people with the things they're looking for the issues that they have. I love being a solutionist for them.
right?
And yeah, and so when it comes to custom blend, it's like I can make it perfect for them. And even if like now we're going into fall, and where I live, I'm in Wisconsin, and once winter comes, we all kind of lose some of our tan. I can lighten it for them. I can change, the coverage for them. They're never stuck with it. And I think that that's something people really appreciate, because how many of us have like bought things and we just like get it home, or like, what this doesn't even look right in my lighting, and like, what was I thinking? Why did I think this color was right for me?
True. Yeah. And not to digress too much, but you and I have talked about how, the sort of traditional way of trying products has changed, certainly right now, but maybe forever.
Yes.
And I think that's an issue I've heard a lot over the years, specifically with foundation and powder, is when you're in a department store or Sephora or Ulta or whatever the case may be, a traditional way of trying a product, the lighting is different. It's inside, it's fluorescent lighting. It may seem okay, and then you go outside and you're like, whoa,
Totally.
So I think custom blend has always really served a purpose. And, for you, when you first started implementing it, you're able to book it as a service at the salon, which is huge. So let us hear from everyone tuning in. We have a lot of people live. We have hundreds of people between Facebook and Zoom. I'm trying to monitor both. But we want to answer your questions and help you and be relevant and in real time here. But so you went from booking it as a service at the salon, where really, like, you sit down. Even for me, just being a consumer of custom blend first, and then what I love is our training, right? Like, we have a very duplicatable system, a very professional way to learn how to go through a proper questionnaire and consultation, so that not only are we perfecting the color, but the coverage, the texture, the finish. So there's a lot of touch points there. It's not, again, it's not just only color, which is hard enough to match. But so for me, you know, first being a consumer with it and then just having a studio out of my home or going to an average woman, like just a friend of a friend or a referral or a busy stay-at-home mom going to their home. So the cool thing is we can service people in any capacity because of the education and certification that we have, that someone like myself who's not traditionally trained in cosmetics could master that skill.
Mhm.
I will be honest, I went to like 4 custom blend trainings in 2 months when I first started because it was so new to me. But I love that that's there. And so my point in all of that is that we're going to meet you where you're at and we want to enhance what you're currently doing, right? So if you
Yeah, and
are
the thing
working,
is, I mean, it's affordable training too, which
oh
if
my
anybody has ever taken any kind of training like in the makeup artistry realm at all,
God.
I mean, honestly, it's so affordable, but the way that it's structured, we can teach really anybody. It doesn't matter what your background is or if you've ever even touched makeup. We teach color theory on how to, cancel out unwanted tones. Like it is such a great system that way where anyone can capitalize this if you really learn how and
Want to.
take
Yeah.
action.
Absolutely. So, and we can, you know, help you guys and follow up from that. But so again, you know, booking just an hour service to learn about,
Yeah.
it really only takes maybe 10
Well,
minutes to mix up a blend, but the long part is really getting to know someone, right?
yeah, and then once you have their formula, most of the time they just want the same thing mixed up next time because it was perfect for them. So they just message me and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to pick up my blend. Can you mix it up?" And it literally takes like 5 minutes at that point. You can just leave it for them or I pop them in the mail all the time because I've had clients like
Oh,
move all over the place and it costs like $3 to send anywhere really.
yeah.
And it's nice. You have all those refills, and then of course, you can also see new clients. So I think the other part of the question was you kind of wanted to know, how I've pivoted
Yeah.
the last 6 months or so. And yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that I do in person I can do through Zoom like we're doing now or through FaceTime. So I'm able to do consultations on people. I'm able to see their skin tone. I have them send me pictures in natural light, so without makeup, so I can see it that way. I can talk with them, find out more about them, kind of build that relationship, but just really like tweak it for them and personalize it so it's their own unique foundation because you guys, like, we're all unique individuals. So, we're in the year 2020 and we're at a time now where everybody should be able to find the right color for their skin. I don't care, it's just we just should have that, right? Every woman deserves that. And so it's great. It doesn't matter where people live. They can live on the other side of the country and I can do a consultation and get them a blend made. I think my last one was on the East Coast and I'm always following up when they get it. Like, did you try it yet? Did you try it yet? And she's like, I don't know how you did it, but
Yeah.
it's perfect. And I'm like, awesome. Because
It's because you're also including their lifestyle, you know. So because of technology, and if you coach people to get natural lighting, walk to a window, go outside, take a picture, let me see you on FaceTime or Zoom or whatever it is. But the color we can perfect, but you also are matching lifestyle. So
yeah,
people just feel so, you know, satisfied, I guess, for a lack of a better term. But like you said, I mean, it's 2020. Like we've evolved a lot as a society, and you know, there's so many amazing things that we're doing in so many aspects of life. So it's like we should be able to get a foundation that we love, you know.
yeah.
And
And even if there's a range of 50 foundation shades, it's still not going to be enough to match every woman.
it's so true.
Which was the title of this broadcast. I mean, this artist is trying to find out how many different skin tones there are, and she hasn't found, she's still continuing to find more and more colored
It's a
skin tones.
changeable
So
number, right? Yeah.
how can we expect, it's just something out of a bottle that's just mass produced to just work on, everybody. And so I know a lot of people are trying to mix their own. And, I see people out and about sometimes, when we're going out, where it's not matching, and it's sad to me because it's like it's
It is
obvious.
sad. I know, and it's so funny. I don't know if you experience this with Mark or not, but with my husband, like we'll be out, and now because I love, like, I'm not a makeup artist, but I love custom blend, mainly because I'm passionate about it for myself, but I love that women feel like the best version of themselves without looking
Yeah.
made up, and that's what custom blend's all about.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny to me now, like he's so trained because I have people in and out of my home all the time, or I'm going to there, and or right now, obviously we're virtual, but it's like you're making sure that that's not an issue. Like nobody wants the line, but it's not just about color, it's about texture, like I have freckles and I have naturally oily skin. So if I put on something that's very full coverage and very matte, and you don't see my freckles, and I don't have a little bit of like movement with my skin, it's like it's not me and it feels awkward. So it's so much more than color. Again, it's lifestyle, it's your preferences. But the
And
whole
it's
goal
good for your skin too. I mean, like me saying that I can't use a lot of things. I just have very sensitive skin. And, it was nice to actually find something that didn't itch on my skin and didn't, settle in my pores or in my fine lines. It's just, it's nice. And I have had clients that they're like, I haven't changed anything but this, but my skin just almost looks better and feels better. And it's like, yeah, I mean, depending on what you were using before, that's very, very possible, right? Because it's clean, it has great ingredients, and when you really look at it. So yeah, I mean, it's all around. And it's funny because I just got a text last night. I have a client that she had this blush from a different company, and it was discontinued, and she's like, I just love this blush, I've been using it for years, and like I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, if you have a little bit left, I can match it. And this was several years ago now. And I was able to match it and mix up a blush for her with my custom blend system. And she's been using it ever since. So I got a message from her last night. She's like, I need my blush. Are you able to mix it up? And I'm like, yep, I've got the recipe written down. And so that's the other thing that's really great, is when somebody has a color or something that they really love, to be able to just mix that up for them. And personalized products, when you look at, what is growing as far as popularity in the marketplace, personalized products are huge because everybody wants something that's made for them, right? I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't want that? And I let, her name her blush, and it's fun, and nobody else will have that special blush because it's discontinued, and I have that formula.
Yeah,
And
well, you bring up a good point, which in our series earlier this month we covered on, which is really branding yourself. Whether you're an artist or a salon owner, you can create your own names for your products, and you can make blushes or bronzers and sort of almost have them like as a point of sale purchase, but still book a consultation for, a foundation or a powder. But we've shown people in our series here how to do brow pomades, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, lip stains.
anything. The
Anything.
possibilities are endless because you can just like have fun and create. Who knows what you'll come up with, right?
Recipe book. And we actually named it Inspired by You because we have a lot of recipes from our custom blend consultants where they're mixing up their favorite things, and it's a compilation. And I see you have the liquid tower behind you, and it's dark in my office because I have a dark color, but I have a powder system here. And maybe I can lift it up without dropping the whole
yes, be careful.
Set here. It's like a little baking dish, but anyway, you see it's kind of the same idea. You start on the bottom with base shades, then you have your toners and your skin and skin.
Yeah, it doesn't take up a lot of room, which was the other thing that we loved about it for the salon. And even in my studio now, it's like this is it, the powder, the liquid, this is everything you need for the system. And then, you just need different containers, different sizes, which, we also provide as well.
Yeah.
But it's an exclusive service, and it's something that your client has to continue to come back to you to get. You have the formula; they can't just get it from anybody. So that's really nice too. It really keeps your clients loyal to you, and and they love helping you too. They love supporting you as a small business owner or a professional as
Yeah,
well.
and just think about the lifetime value you have as a friend
Mhm.
and a client, because they
Yeah.
can't get that anywhere else, and there's so many amazing things that you can do with it. But I just want to point out from like my background's in marketing and education. And so you obviously are from the beauty industry and had a salon. And so we're speaking to everybody tonight because we don't know what your background is or what your passion is, but I do want to mention that we have a manual, and it's, quite all encompassing. So there's everything from how to create, a blend for your client, to how to do a workshop if you want to do a small group together, the cost breakdown of everything, the product knowledge, and then we have the recipe book, which we kind of just touched on, but where you can mix and match all sorts of things. So I think it's just a really incredible way to invest in yourself as an artist or a business owner during this time when maybe you're looking for a new skill or you want to virtually service clients. Because even though maybe in some areas we're starting to get together in person a little more, even though that's a thing, one of the positives we can take from this is we've all learned a new skill, and that is how to do business virtually.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to limit yourself to a clientele in your local area. You can get referrals, and now through social media and otherwise, people lead to people, and you can have clients and referrals and recommendations and people from across the country or even across the globe, honestly. And
I mean, there's so much you can do with it. You can have like little mixing events virtually. When we can get in together in person again, we'll have events where everyone can kind of mix their own, which mixing is therapy for me. Like, it's so relaxing. Like, it just kind of like I get in my mode, and it's just fun to see that creation. And so we have a lot of success with, people also wanting to create their own too. And with our guidance, they can definitely do that. Or we can virtually blend in an event with a bunch of, girlfriends together. And that's always fun too. It's like a reason to get together and hang out. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless with that as well. And that's what I like about it, because it's different. My day is different every day.
yeah. So I'm trying to keep up with some of the comments, and people are saying, can you share a little more about your transition from being in a
Yeah.
salon setting to like a home studio?
Yeah. So that is a good name for it, a transition. So I was a very seasoned stylist. So I was really booked. I was booked, 4 months in advance. And actually, when I started to make more money just with Custom Blend and this company in general with Motives Cosmetics, through the compensation plan, I did try to cut down my hours a little bit, which was hard because I had a full clientele. I had people that would have their next, 4 appointments booked.
Wow.
And so I cut back as much as I could. And for me at the time, it was just time to kind of refocus. And I was having some neck and shoulder issues that, when I would work, it was very, very painful. And I also had a family that I didn't really ever get to see. So I just decided that I was going to take a leave of absence. And after I sold my salon, I stayed there for a little while, still seeing my clients. And around the holidays one year, I just decided to take that leave of absence. And then I just really focused on our motive system. We actually had a contest that was offered, and some challenges where it's just kind of like, this is what you do every day, and if you kind of stay consistent with that, that's really what started to really grow my business, and I started to get paid more through commissions, retail profit, and yeah. So I mean, it was a huge decision. It wasn't an easy decision. However, it's nice to actually have like full control of my time, but also have money, right? Because before, when I was at my salon, I had money, but I really didn't have time. I wasn't able to really spend time with my family or do anything special for myself, even. And so I just followed the system that Motives has with our parent company. And
That's huge.
I just keep on grinding away.
Yeah, and you're always sort of willing to reinvent yourself. And, you and I have known each other for, I don't know, 5 or so years now at this point, or maybe it's not even been that long. It almost seems like a lifetime, but
I have no concept of time right now. And it's funny though, because like you say that, and I had clients at the time where they're like, "You're gonna take a leave of absence, you're not coming back." And I haven't been back.
yeah,
I mean, I
a
still
little
see
surface
clients.
just in a different way.
Yeah, I still see clients this way. I just don't do hair anymore. I don't do colors. I don't do cuts. I don't, they can come see me for makeup and skincare needs. But they had to find a different hairstylist.
Mhm. But I think what's so empowering about that is like you're evolving and doing what you love, what brings you joy, and what gives you more control of your time. Because I don't know, I know you and I are both hard workers, and we believe there's always somewhere to make money, right? Like if you're willing to
Yeah,
work for it, you can always make more money. But what you don't get back is time. And so, what I
exactly.
love about this company and our brand is that maybe custom blend to me, it's like makeup is almost like candy, right? Like it's a really easy way to connect with someone because you can look at them and like connect over their lipstick shade, or their, right now it's all about the eyes, right? Your eye makeup's so beautiful, or your skin's amazing,
Mhm.
or whatever the case is. But you can connect with someone so quickly and create a relationship, and we don't really know where that's going to evolve to, or how that's going to transform, I guess I should say. But it doesn't really matter, because as a perk or a benefit of working with Custom Blend or Motives Cosmetics, we have access to other products and other divisions where really our A1 goal is to service people and make them look really beautiful, feel beautiful, be healthful, all of those things. But
Yeah,
I guess a positive outcome or side effect or result of that is that the the business is so powerful, the business behind the brand, that it does create a significant income, not only from Custom Blend, because you're talking 300% plus profit
right.
margin, which is amazing. And so you can scale that out in a really big way, and we can help you create an action plan to really generate any type of income you need, from nothing
Exactly.
today to 30 days from now, making thousands of dollars a month, just in working with Custom Blend. But
And
uh,
like, here's the thing. When I was, still in the salon behind the chair, I had to physically do hair to have money come in. So if I would go on, vacation for a week, or I would have a day off, I was not making any money, right? The money would stop coming in. So, with this system, like you said, you can create whatever kind of income you need, but my income has not really changed, right? Like over the last 6 months, like it is still, I still have money coming in no matter what I do, because I can service my clients in that different way. And, that to me is just what I needed at the time in my life, right? Because things are changing, and to have that time, like you said, you can't get time back. And it's allowed me to be there for people during really dark, bad, hard times. I could be there and take care of things, and you
it's
know,
powerful, because I mean, it is cliche to say, but always more money to make, but you don't get any more time back. And
Mhm.
when, if you're at a turning point in life, I know a lot of people are, I don't know if it's dramatic to say we're at a crossroads, but a lot of us have been in a transition over the last 6 months or so. And what we really can think about is, as women, we wear a lot of hats, right? Many of us have families, not everybody does. But when you think about, if you are working, think about the money you're spending in gas to go to and from work. You eat out a lot of times when you're on the go. You're not always packing your lunch, right? You're grabbing coffee on the go. You are paying for childcare. If you're a business owner, you're have a whole separate mortgage, utilities, things like that. And so, honestly, what I've found with this brand and this business is that when we strip it down to like, what is your end goal? What makes you happy? What do you want? You can get there really pretty quickly, realistically, because you have to take all of that into consideration, right? So if you cut back on some of the expenses and the stressors of life, you cut that out, then maybe your immediate income that you need to make is maybe, a couple $1,000s a month versus what you're thinking or what you're used to. Maybe you're used to making $4,000 to $5,000 a month, but then by the time you pay all these expenses, I know many salon owners that they don't make any money owning a business. They just make money as, a hairstylist or a makeup artist.
That was me. I made enough money to keep the lights on, the doors open, so like everything coming in paid all the bills. My only take home was what I would produce from my, doing my clients. So like all that extra work I was doing, which was a lot of behind the scenes stuff on top of my full-time schedule, it was, it really did burn me out, to be honest with you. Because I am a doer, I am a hard worker, I do make things happen, I do make it work. But beyond that, I was actually just listening to something prior. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and they were saying that right now, a third of people in our country are not able to pay their mortgage right now. And that's an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a huge issue. And so, I know I've had conversations with you about this, but in my profession, a lot of, salons were closed for a long time. It's been a very, very hard time for anyone in the beauty industry. But, our system really is a way for everybody to kind of lock hands and arms and just, do it together. And, I have to say that we were all kind of like set up and ready to go where we could just pivot. And if I would have still been in my salon, that I couldn't have done that. So it's absolutely crazy when you think about it that way.
That's so powerful. Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Like, I want everyone in the comments to say, like, what is it that, you want as a goal in even the next 6 months for you or for your family, like any goal. It can be anything. I just want you guys to think about that and visualize that and dream a little bit about what it is that you want, because like right now we have to continue and we have to keep going and we have to keep dreaming. And anything's achievable. So make sure, I'm going to watch the comments. So if you're on Zoom, comment. If you're on Facebook, comment. I want to know.
Let us know. And I know many of you watching that are contributing. We may be familiar with you, and right, if you're a guest, you can obviously participate in the comments. You can also inbox us on social if you'd like, if you want to get connected with somebody who can help you with an action plan. And there's really two ways to approach Custom Blend and our brand in general. And one way is, okay, let's service clients with a product and create some immediate cash flow, because we all need money like yesterday, right? And then the second side of it is, if you're interested in leveraging the business side, this isn't a multi-level marketing company. I don't have anything negative to say about that. I'm just differentiating that we're not that. If anything, we're most like a franchise, but there is an ability to expand distribution and earn commission, not only on what you're personally producing, but what an entire team produces through our compensation plan, which is super powerful. But again, that does take time, and that takes training, and it takes teamwork, right? But what I love about Custom Blend is that it can generate a significant income very quickly for you. And so, you know, I hope a lot of you guys are commenting, which is great, because we're gonna follow up and we're gonna interact with you all and make sure that we're helping point you in the right direction or support you as you need to be supported, because we all have different financial goals now, and then, you know, you should have midterm and long-term goals as well, and we can sort of help direct you in that path. But that's really, you know, listen, it's not an easy thing. You know, anything takes sacrifice, and if you want to service
Consistency.
yeah,
It takes consistency. Like it takes, you know, a little bit every day amounts to a lot, you know, in 6 months or even a month. And so, you know, that's the thing. Like I see Jennifer said, I don't want to go back out there. I will have my business support me and my lifestyle. I love that, because she's saying, I will.
Yeah.
I will have my business support me. And so she will, because she has that. So
Yeah. And I think, you know, we all just have to do things we don't love. Like, I spend a lot of time on Zoom in front of a computer. It's ironically exhausting, right? And it is a sacrifice. And sometimes you feel like a bad parent. Like I was laughing earlier, letting people know that we were going to go live. I'm like, oh my gosh, like my day was so busy. I didn't feed my kids dinner. I'm like making them instant oatmeal at 8:30. Like, here, like, just shut up and leave me alone for a little bit. But my point is, like,
real
you know,
life.
I have goals and I'm consistent and I'm committed to myself and my organization of business partners. And so you just do what you need to do. And it's a lot of fun because we make it fun and we love our community, but it's not always like that. There's still sacrifice, and you have to learn a new skill and you have to do things you don't love to do. But you always feel better when you're done doing them, you know? And I think what I love the most as someone who's not from the beauty industry is that I can leverage our education and our platform and our community to attract industry professionals, right?
Right.
And I can work with those people. I can also empower a stay-at-home mom who wants to reinvent herself. So we don't discriminate, you know, and anyone who wants it, there's a way to get it. And not only do you have people in your corner, but you have a system that works, that's been around for many years, since 1992. It's a proven system. And, you know, we're a marketing company and we're a power player. We're not making a product and then saying, go buy it, it's the best. We are hand selecting vendors that make the best product in its category and bringing it to the marketplace and perfecting the education and the marketing. And we've done that with Custom Blend, and we have the education and we have the tools in place, and we have the community. And Leigh, you and I work together closely, and we're not, you know, in the same organization or business, but, and many of you tuning in tonight feel the same way, you know. So I just, you know, if you're a guest, let us know. But I really want to speak to you emotionally and connect with you all and let you know that whether you're already partnered or you're evaluating partnering, there's a place for everyone who wants it, you know, and we'll all work together to help you get there. But you have to show up. You have to show up for yourself and for your team.
Take
And
action. And
yeah.
I want to like kind of reiterate what you said too, is like, it is really about the Custom Blend, like the system that we have with the product, because all the marketing materials, all the training, all of the tools that we have, like that has been created over so many different years from so many different people that were good at what they did. And I don't think that you could recreate that very easily anywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the product itself. It's with, like you said, everything that comes with it. And I want people to like really realize that. And like you said, having the community behind you to help you.
Yeah. So, you know, in looking at some of your comments, I think a lot of people are in the same boat right now, where maybe you've had a reprieve from your daily grind and you're like, I don't want to go back, whether it's for health and safety reasons, whether it's for your mental, you know, headspace or mental health, or you just have enjoyed this time. Like, listen, I have enjoyed being home with my family more, honestly. And I've gotten a lot more done because we're doing a lot virtually, which is cutting out in my travel time. And it's freeing up time to be present. And like every day this last week, I took a few hours of my day and took my kids hiking or kayaking or what have you. And if that means I stay up late or I wake up early, and I do sessions with my clients, like you just have to be willing to be flexible, because when you want to service someone with a product like Custom Blend, you need to be flexible with what works for them. And then you need to be available. That many people aren't good at planning ahead. So they're like, oh my gosh, I'm like out. I have one day or a couple days or a week. Like, can you get me another Custom Blend? And Leigh, I agree with you. You said earlier, like you just mix up their formula again, and most people don't want or need it tweaked. I live in Pennsylvania where we have 4 seasons, but even so, I don't have a lot of people that have multiple formulas. A very small percentage of my clients are using multiple formulas because the average woman just is, wanting everyday makeup. It's, you or I probably have 4 or 5 different
And
blends.
even right now, like a lot of like tinted moisturizers I've been making, because people still want to put like a barrier over their skin. They still want to like even out their skin tone. They maybe don't want to wear as heavy makeup in the summer, or with wearing masks right now. So yeah, I mean that's so doable. You can definitely do that and just add just a little bit in there, and it feels good to put that on the skin. So I did see a couple questions. Yeah, we do have a training where we go over how to make foundations, how to color correct, how to formulate, how to mix them. But in our advanced custom blend workshop, we actually do mix up additional products like blushes. We do eyeshadows, we do a lip cream, a brow pomade. So we mix up those too, and that's only like a 2-hour workshop. So we're going to be having some at the end of next month, right?
Yeah, it's a Sunday Custom Blend. I think it's the 26th. You can actually, even if you're a guest, you can go to the website marketamericaevents.com and check that out. We'll put it in the comments here as well, but it's part of a certification course we're offering that's sort of in conjunction with our international convention, which is in a couple weeks. But yeah, I think for those of you, some of you are commenting, like you maybe have doing the consultation and the liquid and the powder down where you're making that specific custom product. But even though the profit margin is good in those, I would really encourage you to do the advanced workshop, because you're going to learn how to make products like the brow pomade, blushes, bronzers, where you're talking maybe a $2 to $3 cost to make those products, and you're selling it for $20 to $30 depending on your clientele or what exactly you're making.
I know some people are asking too, like, how do I, once I have my kit, how do I know what to do? We actually go over all of that in our custom, Blend Your Beauty certification. So if you haven't taken it in a while, I suggest take it again. Take it from different, educators as well, because we do teach you, how to market it and what to do and how to take action. And I went to every training I could until I could teach it, until I could like take action, see results, and then teach what I was doing.
Yeah. And even then, like you and I are both educators, but we learn from each other or we tune into other people's classes.
Always learning.
Always
Learning.
I do
Always something to learn, I should say, like there's no way you can ever know everything ever.
True. Yeah, you need to humble yourself, right? Like we're not all that great.
Exactly.
But we do have a YouTube playlist on the Motives Cosmetics official YouTube channel. There is a custom blend playlist, and the playlist includes like not only interviews like we're doing tonight, but we did a whole month of live sessions. Whether it was our Wednesday series, we actually had lead custom blend consultants who are super successful at what they do. They went live for us and they showed you physically how to mix up the product. They referenced the recipe book to tell you add this much of this and this much of that and mix it in this order, and here's what you get. So we do have a lot of education that you can sort of go through at your own pace and self-educate. in that playlist, but there's nothing like live. And especially when you're attending a training, we're able to see people, we can have people be panelists and we can see you in a video as well, not just the two of us. But so I would definitely encourage you guys to join us for that class on Sunday, the 26th. Again, we'll post the link to register and the details. But, even that aside, there's a lot to learn just from even, I hope that you guys are connecting with each other. Those of you that are commenting, we have an amazing community of ongoing support, and there's some of you that are better than Leigh and I at mixing up certain things. I will assure you, and that's what the recipe book is all about. I said this earlier, but we named it Inspired by You because I didn't come up with some of those incredible formulas for brow pomades or anti-aging lip creams. Like those were, we started from the vendor we work with. We had a very sort of basic template to work with, like here's some blushes, here's some bronzers, here's some face powders. But really it was all of you who came together and you got creative. And I encourage you to do that. Just use the recipe book as a starting point. Once you see how the textures blend and how the colors blend, it's very therapeutic. We said that earlier, but just to sit down on an afternoon that you have free and start to mix up with your friends or family it's fun, and you'll create some great things.
Some people are like, what do I do first to get started? And there's so many different ways that you can go about that. Like you can just, take the trainings and the classes to kind of see, is this something I want to do? What is this all about? You can do that without the kit, or we do have a couple different kits that you can get. The kit that I think is the best value because you save 50% on it comes with pretty much everything you need. It comes with all the liquid, all the powder, all the marketing materials, all the empty containers to fill, your accessories kit. It comes with everything you need.
Everything.
And if you would fill every container that comes in the kit, you would double what you paid for it. So you would make your money back plus, you would double it.
That was like a perfect segue because I'm just keeping up with people's questions too. And that's what some of you are asking. Like if we're not there, if we've not gotten a custom blend kit yet, where do we start? And that would be my suggestion too, is just it's called a custom blend kit. And if you are a business owner with us, you can get that on your back office for that 50% discount. And Leigh, like you mentioned, we have a flyer actually, and it's on our back office as well as our official pro partner page, but it gives you a cost breakdown. So when you get that kit, it's everything you need. If you fill those containers that you get with it, all the jars, and you sell them to your clients, you've doubled your investment. So you've made back the investment, but then you've doubled it in profit. And so my biggest recommendation for all of you leaving tonight is to do a self-directed challenge of 30 faces in 30 days. We do have a fun little, marketing flyer that you can print out where it says that 30 faces in 30 days. And there's check boxes that you mark off that you did that. You write down the client's name, the date, what you created for them, what the sale was, and it just helps keep you accountable to yourself, really.
So I don't know about you guys, but like if I invest in something, I will do something. If I don't, then because if you don't have the kit, you can't do anything, right? But when you spend money on a kit, it's like, okay, I gotta start mixing. I gotta start taking action. And so sometimes it's taking that step and then making the decision in your head that you're going to do it.
All it is it, guys, it sounds really like cheesy, but really only that's all it is a decision. And going out to people who support you and letting them know, listen, I was on a webinar tonight, or I'm investing in a class to get certified in a few weeks. I'm already starting to schedule out clients. I'm going to be certified on the 26th of September. I can start taking clients that week following, and just start to book up and get comfortable with Zoom. Between now and then, practice doing these videos. Like we weren't really great at this when we started. We're still figuring it out, and there's always like something new you're learning, but where there's a will, there's a way. And it's so worth getting out of your comfort zone because man, there is nothing like controlling your time. There just isn't. It's so hard to explain. And I know you feel that way too because you gave up a really strong income and took a chance on yourself because you were tired of waiting for someday to enjoy your family. And you know, I don't want people to do something dramatic and be putting themselves in a bad situation, but I just think when you have the confidence in yourself, let us give you the confidence in the company and the system, and we can do that through the training and through our community. And let us help you get what you want out of life because, man, it's so cliche and cheesy to say, but it's true. Like, life is short, you know, and there's no reason to just keep waiting for someday and being unhappy, you know? So,
and it does fit into whatever. So it's not like you have to like do what I did. I mean, you can fit this into whatever you're doing in your
meant to be part-time in addition to life. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
I just,
And
it took me a while to do that. It's not like I just did that overnight, but it just kind of was a decision I made at the time.
and for you, you had the skill, right? Like you knew how to service clients, you had a book of clients. So it was a natural progression for you. You know, for someone like me, it wasn't. Like I used custom blend. I had amazing results with our skincare. And I was pregnant with my first son. And I was like, it has been my life goal, even though I was 25. I was like, my life goal is to raise my kids and be a stay-at-home mom. But I put myself through college and I loved having a career and I like making money and I like having nice things and I like traveling. And so I just really made up my mind that I was going to have it all and I wasn't going to sacrifice one for the other. And I believe that that's why all this came into fruition for me because I was intentional about what I wanted. And that's, if nothing else from tonight, at least get that. And even if it's not custom blend, even if you're like, listen, I don't have a desire to be a scientist and mix up custom blend, but I'll use it for myself. Listen, just whoever invited you, or if you're partnered with our company, there's something else for you that you're going to find a passion in. But I think that's a great point that this is designed to be a part-time endeavor in addition to your life, your career, being, having a family. So you don't need to there's no drastic decision to be made. You don't need to put yourself at risk. That's all we're saying, but we really just want to empower you that you can do this if you want to, and worst case scenario, you'll be a client and let us connect you with someone. If you don't have a custom blend consultant yet, let us help you connect with someone, virtually, probably, because it's a big world out there, and usually we try to connect you with someone in your local area. But even if not, we're all learning how to do this thing virtually, and we can really hone in and get it right. But to sort of wrap up and end on the note we started on is, it's 2020 and there are a lot of amazing products out there. There's a lot of options out there, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself for a product that's mediocre or not a perfect match or not a perfect fit for your lifestyle. And really that's what custom blend is about, it's about your skin in a bottle, and not only the perfect color, but the perfect amount of coverage and the perfect finish and texture, and meeting your lifestyle. So someone like me, I know we both more have oily, acne prone skin, but I like a product that's more sheer and natural. I've worked hard for nice skin, so I don't feel like I need a ton of coverage. I just want like something really easy to apply every day. And on the days that you want a more flawless finish, you can do a fuller coverage powder, so mixing the liquid and the powder, you can get a different result too. But my point is, you can have what you want, and we can do that for you. And that's where this starts, that's where custom blend starts, is being a product of the product, and in your excitement and your, even just being a little vulnerable and taking before and after pictures of, here's my skin, here's my custom blend, sharing that with people. It creates curiosity, and that could build a book of clients too. And if you're not ready to invest in the kit, then here's what I'm going to tell you to do. start to market yourself a little bit and get some referrals with whoever is servicing you with custom blend. Once you have enough, if you have 10 people that you've referred, you're a custom blend consultant, then it really makes sense for you to start like paying attention, because you can invest in the system yourself and you can get educated and learn how to do it too. Now you already have a client base from day one, right? And that makes a lot of sense if you're more of a conservative person that wants to go that route. So putting it out there, but any closing thoughts, Leigh?
No, I mean, like, honestly, just take a look at it. We do have a poll that we were going to put up, but then we started talking. So I'm going to launch that on Zoom. For those of you on Facebook, the question is, have you experienced custom blend? Yes or no? I'm just kind of curious who, is watching us. And so we actually have on Zoom, we have a few people that said no, they haven't experienced it yet. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. So if you're on Zoom, like if you are a custom blend consultant and you have your system and you're certified, don't hesitate. Like go ahead, put your name and your location, where are you at, like invite people to connect with you, because if you don't have your own, everybody needs their own custom blend. Like that is like, you have to leave tonight at least with a follow-up to get your own custom blend done. And by having the experience yourself, you're going to know, what it's like and whether it's something that you want to offer people or not. So connect with each other. Again, if you are partnered with our company and our brand, then make sure you're part of our Motives Cosmetics official pro partner page or group page on Facebook. And that's where our community is. And so we'll continue this thread over there so that we can help everybody get connected to make sure that everybody does get their custom blend made for them. And if you're a guest this evening, thanks for joining us. And probably the best way to move forward is circle back with whoever invited you. If someone personally invited you, if you just found us on social media or otherwise, then you can always message us on Facebook, or you could even just email motives@motivescosmetics.com. But on our actual website, on the Motives Cosmetics website, there is a landing page for custom blend, and you can even just fill out that little inquiry form there. If you are a certified custom blend consultant like Leigh and I are, we actually have a free service on our personal website, not the corporate site, but on our personal site. Our clients can go on and fill out a questionnaire, a detailed questionnaire on their lifestyle and their preferences and their skin type. And that'll help us really hone in on creating a perfect blend for them. And we'll finish the consultation with a phone call or, a FaceTime or a Zoom here. So just pointing everyone in the right direction moving forward. But thanks for joining us. And I'm glad you all are.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on this wonderful Monday evening. And hope to see you all at our training. If not, please comment, stay in touch, and just dream, you guys. Like seriously, put goals out there, dream, and hit them.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Bye.